I gotta reboot my system. I sound a little fucked up.
Do you see me? It says I'm live.
Hold on a second. Yep, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
I'll see you in a minute. Well, my good friends, it's going to be a fun one today. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, you guys, we are 1 minute away from some serious fun. Maybe one of the best live streams you're ever gonna see. And I want to tell you that because we're going to showcase something today that is going to seem kind of simple, but it's not simple. It's very powerful and should be what I call the mass appeal. Let me expand this out a little bit so everyone can see it. Oh, thank you for the feedback, Trader77. Appreciate that. And I want to say, first of all, that as the CEO of Trade Ideas, I love coming in here and sharing time with everyone, presenting hopefully you guys, as you listen to me speak and articulate the different value propositions, you understand that I kind of pride myself on being sort of a chief innovation officer. I have been doing Trade Ideas since 2002. It's 2025, so 23 years. Trade Ideas is older than all of my children. My oldest daughter is 15. So it's kind of a child of mine. Inside Trade Ideas, I work with a phenomenal group of people, very talented, but what really makes it even more special is that many of these people I've known since the 90s. The initial gentleman who wrote the code for Trade Ideas is somebody I went to high school with. How about that? Mr. Steve Gomez and Brad Williams, who are leads on my team, I've known since they took a day trading course from me in 1998, when your favorite fintech CEO was teaching people how to work the market with the SO system. So we really, it's a relationship-based business. Now, obviously, not everybody is somebody that I know personally. It's never the case. And it is a talent pool that I look for. But I'm fortunate enough to where many of the people that I have had long-term relationships with are also, through our relationships, have become complete experts in the game and help me take this to a totally different level. So first, before I fully jump into what you're seeing, this is the intro for today. Again, I'm the CEO of Trade Ideas, phenomenal support staff, and we are the leaders in real-time data. There is nobody in the stock market that processes real-time data like Trade Ideas, not TradingView, not TrendSpider, not anybody else. And I'm going to show more of that later today. But I just want you to understand what it is, from the competitive environment. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? It's all based on real-time data. And what we're working on right now is the merging of this real-time data power to create a fully automated trading system that is very powerful. But today we're showing you something incredibly simple. And I'm hoping that it's one of these things where everybody can understand it. What do you guys notice today about the screen that you're seeing? And by the way, you are watching the money machine. I'm starting today with the money machine because I'm going to give you guys a ton of updates on what's going on with it and everything else. What are you watching on the screen? Come on, somebody. I know there's 151 people in here, and this one is not one of these complicated ones. So tell me, or type rather, of course, what are you guys watching? I just need a couple of, this thing is on so that I know that I'm not talking to myself and I don't need to see a therapist. Am I talking to myself? I'm waiting. Come on, somebody. Ah, we have a keyboard. Some keyboards work. Love it. Yes, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. So obviously, you guys, I'm doing this for a reason. As I have been showcasing the money machine to you, what you have been noticing is that, and if you don't know, the money machine is our second gen AI fully automated trading system that does rank-based, momentum-based risk management trading, and it will get you in and out of all the rippers, let's call it. Everything that's ripping, you will see it. I will go to another tab real quick here. Bear with me for 1 second. And I'll just give you an example, just so everyone knows that things like ACON. Okay, I'm going to type it in right here. So ACON and Tesla are different in many ways because for Tesla to move 29% in one day, a certain deity figure with the initials JC would have to be coming from the clouds down to earth, and then that would happen. That's not how a Tesla or NVDA or a Microsoft work. But stocks like ACON, Clarion Inc., it's a $7 stock, and it's trading 3.86 normal volume, and this is based on time of day, so it's a real-time adjusted figure. And what we're seeing here is that this stock is in play. And then normally what you have seen on the money machine, and what I'm gonna kind of do is let me bring it in here just as an example so you can see it. Bear with me for a second. So right here, money machine, you can kind of see what it's designed to do. It's designed to get you into these guys, MLGO, and again, different race view and tree map view give you different results, but the general idea, and this is obviously since I've opened it up, okay, that's the money machine concept that everyone here understands. It's a momentum-based, fully automated trading system. But why am I showing you this Tesla here? Can somebody guess why I'm showing you Tesla in the money machine? Take a guess. Pepe, I know you're in here. I know you know. Krista nails it. Yes. So many times people want to trade, but they're scared because trading many stocks at the same time is so foreign to people that have never done it before that it is overwhelming and scary. Most people, to some extent, unfortunately, but the way they're trained today, it's you learn, take a look at NVDA, take a look at Apple, take a look at Netflix, look at the stochastics, look at the RSI, blah, 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 blah. And everybody learns how to do this. And this is repeated a million times over and over again. So what we have done is we have now made it possible for the money machine to just trade one stock at a time. And I'm showing you it's doing that with Tesla. And I'll give you the bias is long because Tesla is up a tiny amount. Markets mix, so it's really, you don't know either way. I mean, it's what you would call a little bit of a challenging environment, but here's the beauty, okay? Here is the beauty. Notice what you see here. Can anybody see? This is a buy signal, my initial signal. This is a cover and short signal. And then this is a reverse buy and get long signal. So what's happening here, and what we really want to showcase and what we really want to make sure you process is that the value that we're adding to the money machine and its ability to trade one stock is that the money machine will do something that you cannot because of your internal bias. What is that? The money machine will change direction based on momentum. Pepe, I know you love what I'm saying. You can see it doing it here. Now, obviously, think about this. Like Tesla has been up to $465. It's come down quite a bit. I mean, almost like if you're at 276 to go back to 460, I mean, you're talking about almost 100%. I mean, certainly like in the 75%. From here to here, you're talking about a 75% gain. So based on just change from the close and the open, the money machine started long. Tesla was teetering, nothing was going on. It reversed because it thought that maybe it would break down. That's not what happened. And then it reversed again. So it is a mechanism where it's going to keep you in. Okay. It's going to keep you in the trades. And it actually just doubled down. And you can double down. You can do all sorts of different interesting things in the money machine. See right here, these are the things that we are programming it to do on single stocks. Double, reverse, half, flatten, etc. And this is a 2-minute chart. And Tesla in general does not move around this much, but I'm just wanting you to see that if you're imagining, so for the single stock trading, you will be able to use the trade wave 100%. And we're doing, so let me just, this is a great question, Krista, and I want to speak to it a little bit more. I mean, you may be wondering, man, Dan's been talking a lot of shit about the money machine. Why is it taking so long? It's March 5th. I thought it was coming out already. So I want to give you guys kind of a high level analogy for why things take a little bit longer than you may suspect. And I think the metaphor is quite appropriate. And just hear me out. Your favorite by far fintech CEO, I mean, I cannot obviously tell how old everybody is that's on this live stream, but I am 54 years old. Okay. Been around the block a little bit. And in the mid 90s, when I was a, robust 24-year-old, 1994, browsers were something that like popped up on the scene. Netscape, Firefox. Netscape was the big one, and everyone was pooping themselves over Netscape. But if you were to talk to anyone in the trading community, and let me do something real quick. I'm going to shrink this up for a second and just bring so you can see a little bit more interesting stuff as we're doing the demo. Okay, you can see like what else is moving. And browsers don't always cooperate. Okay. So my analogy of Netscape. Netscape was the hot thing in 1993. And this is important to what I'm saying. 1970 was a good year, absolutely. Everyone was pooping themselves over Netscape, and that's how Mark Andreessen got all rich and famous and still milking that cow to this day. But the reason I'm bringing it up is that I was very fortunate to grow up with an incredibly smart software developer who was the writer of all the code for trade ideas, and graduated like myself, University of Texas, computer science degree. And when we were talking, I was like, Phil, you see this Netscape shit? It's amazing. It's this thing called the browser. But anybody with a computer science background would have told you that the bulletin boards prior to browsers already gave you all that capability. You could browse web pages, you could read anything. It was bulletin board based. And what that was is that you just needed to know the syntax. Okay. Active trading is a little bit like bulletin boards before Netscape. Like, for example, I'm going to show you right here. Like, if you were to manually trade, you open up a trade ticket. Time and force, that's like programming code. Is it a buy? Is it a sell? Is it a limit? Is it a stop? Is it a market? What account do you use? These are all syntaxes that you would have to know how to deploy properly. And obviously, this is a pretty easy, buy now. This is more on the UI spectrum, but back in the day, bulletin boards were not like that. And anybody who's a little older understands exactly what I'm saying. So the ability to get into the web and read a web page was very hard up until Netscape came about. And Netscape then opened up the playing field, and you were able to browse web pages by simply going to www. Typing it in, and boom, the .com era was born. We believe we're doing the same thing here with active trading. Okay. What's very difficult for people to do in active trading is properly apply logic and mathematics to a syntax. But the money machine takes care of all of that. Let me give you just a quick example here. Hope I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. Okay. So do you see it here? It says Tesla money machine. So I have a strategy that just trades Tesla. And the interesting part is obviously for Tesla, because of how it trades compared to the ACON and these guys, it's a totally different matrix here for risk management. And that's what we are building into this, is that when you're trading single stocks, it knows the single stock profile and fits this in to it. And obviously you will be able to use the trade wave for it as well, but I'm just giving you the under the hood view. So this was created by me. Notice here, it says, so for Tesla, the price drop buffer is only 1.1% because it doesn't move that much, if you understand what I'm talking about. And what we have done here is we've made the money machine be able to, for you now, trade a stock, and it will just continuously trade either long or short, so to hopefully find the direction. The idea is that whatever the trend is, you will risk management be in it. Imagine if you were fortunate enough to catch this as a reversal. Like, so from here, from 230 to 256 is 20 points. You know, on 50 or 100 shares, that's quite a bit of money. If you can get the bottom here and get back to here, I mean, you're talking about almost 100 points. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that with the money machine now, you are going to be able to trade any single stock with a custom risk profile for that stock. And the money machine will get you in. It will reverse. If it's wrong, it will reverse again. And here we go. And notice again, it got in, went short, didn't like it, switched, and now doubled down and is long too because it thinks that, hey, this is really making higher highs. This is the kind of power that I think everybody really wants. So what we have been working on behind the scenes at Trade Ideas is taking the money machine concept and applying it to the mass market, where you can trade not just momentum-based stuff, but one stock at a time. The reason why the money machine has not been released just yet, and I'm going to kind of, after we're done here and I have to answer some questions, I'm going to pivot and get back to showing you some stuff that I've been doing on the AI with Grok and some things that I want to give you the foundational building blocks of building this stock risk profile so that you can see how we're approaching the risk management of all of these single trading type concepts. But at the high level, you are now able to do something that you have not been able to do before, which is trade just one stock, one at a time, and just be in it, either long or short. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? Any questions about that? Then I'm going to talk about why the money machine's been taking just a little bit longer than we would have wanted. Okay. So is everyone on the same page here? And any feedback? Do you like this? Is this something that you think is a good idea, or you're like, damn, have you been smoking the crap? Give me all the momentum stocks, and I want to be in 10 things at once. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. You know, we do like to believe that we think through this stuff critically, but hopefully you can appreciate that to trade one stock well, it's actually important to start with many stocks at the same time and see how you're managing the risk. And you start with the harder and get to the easier. It's a little bit tricky logic that way, but that's how we did it. Start with the tricky part, create the matrix, now apply it to one stock at a time and refine it. And by the way, if you guys are Trade Ideas Pro subscribers and you understand what I'm talking about, what you're doing here in essence is creating a single symbol top list or alert window and using whatever trigger you want to get the money machine to get in, and that's how you're doing that. So that's what's going on. Why? And by the way, you know, I like what it's doing here. I mean, who knows? I don't know how the demos are going to work out. You guys know that. I do not know that. But I like the demonstration of just, you know, and this was the cool part for me to be able to show you gets long, gets short. I mean, this was a short. And then boom, boom, and here we are. And again, we don't know how it's going to work out, but at least if this actually worked, you can see what it was doing, and it is doing what it was programmed to do. So the money machine is taking a little bit longer on the server side, you guys, because of the amount of orders that are being sent to our simulated servers for processing. What we found is that the money machine takes simulated trading, which we have had for many, many years, and multiplies the number of orders by almost 100 to 200 fold per user, because there's so much going on. Think about, in many ways, the money machine is a bridge to individuals applying high frequency trading type stuff. Now, we're not trading for spreads of, 0.01 penny and trying to do that a billion times. That's retarded. And I'm not a fan of high frequency trading, as you guys all know. But what I'm saying is higher frequency that you do manually, because this is a computer. And when you are doing a traditional money machine type of situation where you're trading the active stocks, any user can have approximately, 170 orders being sent on any given day, which is so much more per user than normal, that we realized that the server was like going because when we initially designed it, it just wasn't set up that way. Again, sometimes, you build something, you don't really realize what could possibly happen. And when we brought the money machine online, and as you see what it's been doing, right, you understand that the power of the technology here is that you're doing lots of things simultaneously, many things at once. And as a result of that, we had to really re-architect the server so that when you as an end user, as a customer, engage with it, you are going to have the kind of experience that we want you to have, versus going like, hey, I'm sending an order, but my message is blank and stuff like that. It's a traffic situation. Imagine being stuck on a highway and it's rush hour and everybody's trying to get home. Nobody likes that. And the amount of traffic that was being sent to our servers in money machine mode was gridlock type of traffic relative to what it was designed for. A 2-lane road functions perfectly if there's X amount of people on there. But if you've got highway traffic, then it's a totally different situation. So hopefully you guys understand why sometimes these things, when you're innovating and when you're doing what we believe is some groundbreaking things that will completely change the industry, it can take a little bit longer than what you initially hoped it would take. So the trade idea scope screen up there. Okay, all you have to do. Net Trade One, are you a subscriber or not? Let me ask that question first. I'll give you guys the link. But the ultimate question is if you are a subscriber. So, okay, so then go to our homepage, and at the very top, you see links. One says why, which is a marketing piece about why Trade Ideas is awesome. If you click on My Trade Ideas, that will take you right to that page. Try that now and let me know if that works. It should. So we, our goal is to release it in, okay. We've been trying to release it in February. I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's the thing. We have been trying to already release it, but we ran into a server capacity issue because of the much larger amount of order flow that was going through the system. And to release that to the public so that it functions well, it's not actually about just adding more server capacity. There's an architectural component to it that needed to be adjusted, and that is what we're doing right now. We hope that a first kind of pre-release inside of TI Pro is coming maybe next week. Again, hoping, but I hate making these promises because architecture is architecture, and server architecture is a little bit more complicated than what people suspect. So we're very close. I mean, you can see that I'm working on it right here. And we are not just trying to kind of work only on the server stuff. You can see we just added functionality for it to trade single stocks, which I think is incredible and makes it a much broader product. But again, I hate making promises here. So that's, we're working as hard as we can. All right, so you guys, I'm gonna pivot. You see this, we're in Tesla, we're up 143 bucks, still down 60, but you know, you see what we're doing. So I'm going to shut down the browsers. I'm gonna open up Trade Ideas Pro, and I'm gonna show you what Grok has been, what, you know, we train our AIs, and we actually train ChatGPT, but I want to show you what will be available to you as well soon. And I do it through demonstrations. Probably you won't be able to do exactly what I'm doing just yet, but I'm trying to show you the possibilities. All right. So hold tight, and here we go. I'm closing out the browsers, so bear with me. Okay, look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful picture. Just watch that all the time. Okay, let me get TI Pro going, and as soon as it pops in, I'll move it over to a screen where everyone can see it. Okay, here we come. Hold on. Okay. New chart window. And let's make it a little. So I like to show people that, you know, I don't think we're anything second rate when it comes to charting. I actually think our charting is kind of like a lot better than most, and people don't realize that because they've been brainwashed by TradingView. So one of the things that I always like to highlight, and I want you all to understand why we do some of the things that we do, is if you look at our charts here. So here I'm talking to Grok, and it's been a good boy. If it's a boy, I don't even know. Hold on a second. I gotta adjust the screen for this resolution. Okay. So I'm gonna say, Grok, on a live stream, are you ready to demo your power to my customers? Yeah, right. Grok, I want you to have some confidence. Pattern recognition, all sorts of stuff. Okay, give me the word. Okay, so here we go. Grok, show my customers an alert window using candlestick pattern. Oh, candlesticks is one word or two. candlestick pattern bullish reversal for stocks that have been down over the last, and I'm doing this, by the way, obviously I can be very trade idea specific with Rock, but I'm trying to speak to it the way you might, that have been down over the last few days, but could be reversing now. Let's make sure they're trading 2x normal volume and at least 500K shares so far. Let's see what it does. So should I tell Grok to exclude ETFs or no? I'd like for you guys to tell me what to tell it. ETFs or no ETFs? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Exclude the ETF. Leave. LearnQuest, sadly, that's not how architecture works. There's no experts you can hire in the trade ideas architecture environment because everything is completely custom built in our own special way. It's our stuff. It's like when you're a marathon runner, you have to train for the marathon. You can't hire somebody else to run the marathon for you. In this particular example, that metaphor is perfect. Our architecture is very custom, and we have to rebuild it in a custom way. So for us to train any architect on how to scale our system would take a year. But we're doing the best we can. And I'm sorry to tell you, but 6 months ain't shit when it comes to innovation like this. We do the best we can. You know, if it's not good enough, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. Yeah, I think Pepe just nailed it. The amount of time that it takes to train people to work in an environment like trade ideas, where do you understand that we do shit that TradingView and TrendSpider and every single other Mo effing vendor cannot do for a reason, because we have a totally different architecture for real-time data. There's nothing standard about us, which is why we're the best. If we were TradingView, yeah, we could bring in some people from India or wherever and rock it, but that ain't how it rolls here. All right, let's take a look what Rock said. Let's see if it works. I'm going to copy to the clipboard, and I go to new, and I go to alert window, and I'm bringing this window. Where are you, alert window? Here it is. So bringing the window in here, and let's see if Grok did a good job. So one of the things it cannot do yet is the column order, but let's see what it can do here. Let me adjust this on the 5 minute. Okay, so it was looking at this particular pattern. Just by the way, so that everyone knows, patterns are in real time. And when I say reversals and things like that, we're talking about hoping, okay? So 9:20, this was approximately 17 minutes ago. So you're talking about when, I think it was this candle right here. Okay. But that didn't take place just yet. So watch what I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to say, Grok, can you filter this for stocks that are more on the lower end of their longer term range so that the rebound is more potent if it works. And once again, everyone, think about how far we are moving here in terms of what's happening versus what's been possible over the last, few years. New alert window. Okay, I'm going to close this one up and bring this one in. And let's see if it understood it. And the answer is it didn't. I wonder why. Oh, sorry. I pasted the wrong window. That's my fault. Let's see where is the link? Updated window. Small window, so I over scrolled. So let's see what's going on here. And by the way, so right now nothing pops up, but let's see what it did. Configure Windows specific filters. Okay. So I asked it for something with a lower trading range, and it said that, hey, how about position in 20-day range? And it put 25%. I like all of this. This makes a lot of sense. But let's say if we make this 45, if we could see something. Again, I'm just giving an example. So one of the things that I'm showcasing here is that the way that I am making these modifications, that's one of the ways that we train it. So watch what I can do. I can right click. I can go and say collaborate. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to say, I took a look at yours and it was too restricted. Look at mine and make future adjustments based on the way I did it. So this is to me, a powerful component of what I'm trying to demonstrate, because once you teach it this one concept, my window, your adjusted window, so it knows the difference. So I loosen the position in range, my price, and here, you can see what I did. And it knows this. And now it will do, now this lesson has been learned. Let's apply it. Okay. Let's apply what you just learned and give me an institutional flavor, can't spell, window instead of the candlestick version. See what it does. No ETFs. Let's take a look. Closing this up. So check it out. Institutional bullish reversals, no ETFs. Boom. So I'm going to give you guys this alert window. I'm going to collaborate this, and actually I'll do a cloud link for you guys. Hold on 1 second, because this one looks pretty good to me. Save and share to cloud. I'll call this from Grok. Save and share, copy. Okay, you guys, let me know if that cloud link works. So I really love that we've kind of trained it on what is institutional. So it knows, for example, that VWAP and block trade is more institutional oriented, and then it understands from our syntax the pattern recognition. Like I can say Fibonacci or other pattern recognition, or I can say candlesticks, and it uses our logic. But what I love about here is just the beautifully pictured feedback of institutional bullish reversal. Okay. You got the volume right here. Okay. And it knows what VWAP does. And let's just look at how it configured this just so we can see it. And by the way, notice the block trades are in there too. Block trades, is that 100 or 10,000? I can't even, that's 100,000. Okay, well, we'll change that to 25,000. And I'll teach it that 100 is a little too much. Let's see what happens. So we can go to history, today. Okay. So you see, like, again, remember, the pattern is looking for reversals. That's already built in. And right here was when this reversal was happening. So this goes back to, by the way, a little bit of what I was talking about in terms of what you saw in the money machine trading Tesla, right? Part of the problem that we are trying to solve is we understand the psychology of trading and the challenge. So there's a problem with people, and you guys all, especially the ones that are active traders, should already know this. One of the problems with people is that we associate an immense amount of weight to being correct. Like, I found the buy signal and you want that buy signal to work. I found the short sell signal. I want that short sell signal to work. Where we are going with the money machine is, why is it called the money machine? We just want profits. The objective is not to be right or wrong about being bullish or bearish. The objective is simply to get into a groove and ride the momentum waves. So that in this situation, it will, whatever the trend is going to be, assuming that this is the stock you're trading, it will attempt to trade it in both directions. And remember, I've said this before, one of the beauties here, right click, trade, buy 5,000 shares at market. Okay. You're in instant stop. You can, the stop is right here, set to just below the low of the range, but you can grab it and adjust it like this. And if I move the picture in picture, you can see all of the exact details. See, this is how much I'm gonna lose. And this is all up to you. Okay. So the power of all of this is to be able to use what you're seeing here to practice these things more yourself, but understand that we're moving even beyond that. And you can just assign the money machine, this is where we're going and why it's taking longer, because innovation is not just a straight line. There are curves and paths along the road that you sometimes are not aware of. Okay. And in this particular case, what we're working for is being able to have you trade anything at all and have that work for you. That's the power that we're bringing to the table. So are there any questions? And I'm going to do a couple more examples of what Grok can do for you. And by the way, this what you're seeing here, and I'm kind of like hopefully showing you how cool this is all going to get. What you're seeing right here with Grok, and Grok is a totally outside of Trade Ideas thing. I'm demonstrating the power because here we're training an AI that isn't a part of our system. Actually, let me adjust this so you can see it a little better. Okay. In a very soon to be released version of Trade Ideas Pro, this Chat GPT configurability, where you don't have to pre-train it, it has already been pre-trained on all the things that you see here. I'm just giving it to you an example by saying the hard part is training an AI that we have no control over, which is Grok. The easy part is doing it on our internal GPT, which we will have. This is being built into TI Pro. So we are not like a one-trick pony where we're just only working on Money Machine and that's it. Part of the reason why things take longer is that there are like 6 or 7 competing projects that are always in play. This AI that you're seeing here, where anyone can ask it to do anything in Trade Ideas Pro, is being built into Trade Ideas Pro. And very soon, this will be part of even the backtesting part. I'm going to give you an example. So imagine for a minute here. Oops, I'm going to get rid of the alerts. I'm going to use this VWAP. I'm going to change this to 3% to make it a little bit more extreme. Windows specific filters. Yes, yes, yes. Bring them more in play here. Hit OK. Again, this is me doing, my own stuff. So I'm trying to pick bottoms, and I can right click, I can backtest the strategy, and I can say, so for anyone that doesn't know, this is again part of the power of Trade Ideas. If you are not using this, if you don't have premium, obviously you don't have this ability, but our premium users really get the power that is available. So here, I'm going to go to 45. So 15 minutes after the open, I'm going to start looking at this. Okay, and I'm going to say, well, what if I did this for 30 minutes? So you can say, like, I want to do a 30-minute trade. This is the concept of a scalp. Okay. David, yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. So, but the internal one will be. A lot of this stuff that I'm doing here is more for demonstration purposes, just to show you what can happen and what is possible. We're doing all of this for you so that you won't have to train anything. Okay, so I took the thing that Grok just made me, and I'm trying to create a scalping system to see if it's possible. What are the odds? And again, I have no idea here. So it started off kind of negative, but it's sort of making a little bit of a comeback. And you can see one of the things that we do here, we have a calendar heat map, so you can see what results would you have gotten. This is the odds maker, and one of the things that we're going to be doing is putting the AI on this, and to some extent, that's what Holly is. Holly is our own internal algorithmic way to optimize all of this, but we're going to give this to the more powerful AI versions in GPT that can do just a more high-level math and come up with better optimization. Here's an example. Optimized based on time of day. So, here I can see that, oh, look at this, it sucks right here. But if I do this strategy from 9:30 to 10, for some reason it's been working. And again, sometimes this is like an algo sniffer. So, when we compete in the stock market, we're not just competing against retail investors, we're competing against Aladdin. And Aladdin is programmed to do whatever it's programmed to do. But here, by seeing this, potentially, you can sniff some of that out. So let's go. I'll give you an example. I'll say, run again. And I'm going to go from 9. And the way we do backtesting, it's not the same exact, it's more sophisticated than curve fitting it to, because I saw this optimization, that means this is going to be the exact same pool. We're better than that. It tries to be more forward testing oriented, not just back testing. It's all built inside. But I can ask and see, how does it work? So at least, at the very, very least, I found a time window that's more appropriate for this. And by the way, this is, again, how testing and optimization works. I'm sort of diving into what we do programmatically. And what I'm saying is the steps that I'm taking here, and I'm just using time of day. I can use filters, any filters. Like let's go to, let's look at relative involvement. How about 5-day range percentage? Whoops. Again, look at all the filters that we have as data points that the AI, that Poly works from. Okay. You know, you can trade, you can make sure that you're only doing this when the NASDAQ is doing what you think it should be doing. I mean, you can kind of see, well, what's going on here? Is it better to do it when it's negative or positive? So these filters are just my examples of all the different ways that an optimization takes place internally. And let me just say, again, you can go run, back to strategy, and you can, let me go all day. And I'll do both a simulate buy. Remember, I'm only doing this for 30 minutes. Sometimes one of the best things you can do is just figure out, well, you know, am I going the right way or the wrong way? And in this case, going long. See, like this, since this was going up, to go long, like this is anti-mean reversion. So I would say, you know, so this is more of a mean reversion type of strategy. You guys see what's happening right here? Remember, this is a 30-minute trade. We are scalp trading here. Okay, now you have learned something about mean reversion and how we do some of the things we do. Let me show you. Did I already do the cloud link here for everyone? The institutional bullish reversals? I already sent it, right? Okay, let me give you a concept. Any window can be duplicated and any window can be inverted by using the flip. Very powerful tech. You know, instead of reconfiguring everything, this is the mean reversion, but you would think that possibly this would be good to the upside, potentially. I don't know. I don't know. Right click, back to strategy. Let's simulate buy, see what happens. Not bad. The power of mean reversion and what you can do with trade ideas. Remember, once again, that this is a 30-minute scalp strategy that I did, and I'm just giving you guys a demonstration of the incredible power that trade ideas provides. I'm going to say flip institutional. So flip means go short. Save and share. Right here. Paste. Okay. So now that we've got 3 minutes till the end of the hour, I'm going to ask Brock to do one more. How about a nice triangle box type alert window, and you freestyle it on your own. And let me answer any questions you guys have about anything for the short amount of time that we have left. I love hanging out with everybody today on this live stream. It's one of the things that I really look forward to all throughout the day. Let's see what Grok does. All right, let's see what it did. Copy, new, alert window. It's got some institutional stuff in there still too. And let's see how it did the triangle bottom business. Woo! Lots of stuff going on. But isn't that kind of cool that it's doing that by itself? Snowman, you can, but you have to kind of train it. If you just ask it, hey, Grok, make an alert window trade, it has no idea what the hell that is. So you have to feed it some of the documentation, and we're building that for people in the interim. But primarily, this is an experiment so that you can see what we are going to do for you inside of Trade Ideas Pro. I want to see if any of the pattern recognition came in. Yeah. So this is the triangle bottom. I love this stuff. 19 hours ago. So it's almost two tier. There's one right here that's happening, and you can see it. And then there's like one on the longer term as well. So one of the reasons why you see started 19 hours, 36 minutes ago, last turn 16 minutes, 11 seconds ago, we process time as a function of volume, not just simple time. So it's a mathematical algo. Like you can have a stock, let's say a stock trades an average of 100,000 shares in a day. And if it's trading 1 million shares all of a sudden right now, we almost think like it's traded 10 days worth of volume. So that's a little bit of what you're seeing. Yeah. And let me add this one. See what it does. Here. You guys can get the idea. We already covered CE, I believe. Yeah. Let's look at TNXP. Yeah. There you go. All right, I'm going to give you guys this window as well. Save and share to the cloud. Whoops, I have it on history mode. Real time. Save and share to the cloud. Copy all. And paste. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do a couple of minutes of just answering questions. You saw today, in summary, we covered that the money machine can trade single stocks, your favorite stocks, and it will change directions for you in the same stock. So it'll do the things that are hard for you that you don't have to do. We're working very hard on re-architecting the money machine server technology because the amount of orders were exponentially larger than anything we had ever seen before. And it's not a simple throw more, foreign developers at it. Just FYI. Any questions on anything that I have or have not covered yet? So that's a great question. Holly's going to continue the way she is, but you will be able to money machine Holly trades as well. So, like how imagine every Holly signal is a single signal money machine type of trading. We're basically taking all the money machine logic and we're going to use that to totally replace the automated trading aspect of Trade Ideas completely. So we're going from version 1 automated trading, which is really just alert based and stop loss based, to a full money machine systemic automated trading system. Yeah, it is going to be cray cray. So Holly's still totally in effect, and you'll just have more power with it. All right, everyone. Once again, thank you so much for showing up. Tell your friends. We're the leaders in real-time data, and the only reason most people don't know about it is because the system's messed up, and they promote stuff like our competitors because they're afraid of you guys having the power that we give you. So they want to keep that away from you. It's a sad truth, but that's the environment that we live in. We appreciate your time here, and we love showcasing our technology. I will be here again when it's time next week. So the stock race money machine, MB Miller, and the tree map money machine, the back end logic is the same. It's just what's triggering it. So you will have access to both when it goes live. It's just a question of, you know, I love using golf analogies. It's a question of, are you going to hit a 9-iron or a pitching wedge? They're kind of similar, but just a little bit different in terms of distance and spin. So tree map and race view, they're similar golf clubs, not exactly the same. All right, you guys, I'm ending the live stream. Once again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Grateful for all the time that you spend with us. And we'll see you next week. Take care.